calling you a radical. I really don't give a fuck about contemporary viewpoint. And look, if you're going to be a good professor, you had to move out of the buildings. You had to move outside and go to fucking freelance. Your funding, they completely took over all the PhDs. You have to turn over your PhD to the MIT Media Lab. That'd be Aaron Swartz. Real fucking professors, you had to move away. You had to go to private funding. That's what I had to do. So this is important. I'm not letting this get away. So I misspoke in the last video. One thing I misspoke. The only thing I misspoke on, cocaine cowboys on chemo. I was teaching right here in 1999. Or excuse me, 2000. Well, 99, the fall to 90, into the 2000s. I was interviewed right there, days before the election. Weber State used to have a television station, Channel 30, gone. You think about what a fucking incredible time it was in 1999. We're going to party like 1999. Best fucking team Weber State ever had, by far. Well, that 95 team was that couldn't make a free throw to go to the Sweet 16. The Waters curse. So, Gore won the 2000 election by 52 electoral votes. 52. Now this is important. It was not a close election. It was actually a landslide election, as elections go. So, I said right there, polls were very close, but the polls were trending towards Gore winning. Polls had Gore winning Florida in an almost dead heat, but they had it very close, but they had him winning by less than 1%. They had the polls had him winning, Pennsylvania by a few percent, blah, 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 this, that, the other thing. The polls were dead on, by the way. They were dead on. The way they calculate, dead on. So, I says, Gore win. Carville's old. It's the economy's stupid. The economy's too strong. We have a surplus. There's no debt right now. Gore won. You can fucking go in denial all you want. Now let's talk about the implications and how and why and the evolution of the fucking hijacking of our courts. The police brutality is all about the judges. Here in Utah, and this is what kills me. Oh, Black Lives Matter founder has got a new book out. I'm the guy who founded Black Lives Matter. I did. The Million Mass March. We're the ones that invented Black Lives Matter. That's an honorable fucking fact. They hijacked it. Stole it, just like they did the fucking election. It was invented on the death of a girl named Danielle Willard here in Utah in 2012. That's an arguable fact. Play back the tape, Your Honor. I mean, it's outrageous how they've stole everything. Look at the Breonna Taylor thing. The prosecutor won't even let. So in the Danielle Willard, where Black Lives Matter was started, the police brutality, the murder of Danielle Willard in 2012 in Utah, and fuck Donovan Mitchell. I've had it with that, and I know the fucker. He needs to shut his fucking mouth. Fuck. What a punk he's turned out to be. So, and Damian too. I know Damian Lillard. So, they won't make a mention about the police kill innocent people, capital of the world, where Damian Lillard played here, Utah. Donovan Mitchell says Utah on his shirt. He won't mention Utah. Leaf blower. So, the review panel for the police in the West Valley, I'm friends with the dispatcher. The police come out and said that Danielle Willard murdered. Their own police investigation said, yes, it's a murder. Their own police. It was the judges that blocked it from going. It's the judges. It's the judges. Gore won by 52 electoral votes. It's an arguable fact. Everything in the last 20 years has been totally ripped off and hijacked. Now, this is where this gets sick, really sick. 5 Supreme Court judges that are illegitimate. It doesn't matter if you like this video or watch this video. This is just facts. Good professors ignore popular opinion. Fact is fact. Good research. How does this tie into Fukushima? I'll show you how it ties into Fukushima. 9/11 to 3/11. Now, Muhammad Atta at the University of Hamburg in Germany, when he was cooking this up, The professor himself says he left. He was a brilliant student. He was Egyptian. He says he left. His wife had left him, blah, blah. He says he came back and he was a whole different person. He would stare a hole through you. This is where it was orchestrated. It was orchestrated in Hamburg, Germany, put together. They were here, the 9/11 terrorists. They stayed in Wendover. I was out in Wendover. I was playing blackjack twice, 2 different times. And I'm like, what the fuck are these? I got in a fucking argument and fight with them. Now it's well documented. They routed through San Diego, stayed in fucking Wendover, Utah for a long time. They, right here on this campus, they detained 5 kids. I was teaching here. I'd just come home from Wall Street. I'm like, what the fuck? They were inside the water school business in the fucking lab. They had the fucking lab sealed off within an hour, less than fucking an hour. You know, the Olympics were coming up, Bush. I was at the White House in 2000 at the protest. Yeah, I mean, you go up the videos of Bush, you could see the eggs flying. They sealed that up like fucking no tomorrow. By the way, I'll be there for this election. I was there in 2016. You wouldn't believe the protests, and you didn't see that on the news. It's just like the climate march. I was at that too. Biggest parade in U.S. history. Did you see that one on the news in New York City recently? Well, it seems like yesterday. Let's review. The United States Supreme Court, how many votes does it take to hijack the entire... This is the biggest event in U.S. history, was the theft of the 2000 election. Of course, until 9/11 and 3/11 happened. The Patriot Act. We would know all about Fukushima right now. The nuclear industry would be over. They run the fucking world, by the way. The Waters curse. The Patriot Act. I was due to speak on the fucking Hill in 2013. Barbara Boxer's office was working, and she was head of the fucking committee. We were going to have hearings on Fukushima and San Onofre. They pushed it into the underground court. With an underground court. What a sham. So, the United States a democracy? Oh, fuck, God forbid we have a democracy. It ain't a democracy. It's a constitution, Mike Lee. I mean, Mike Lee was Alito's lead staffer. You do know that. That's no reason he... I mean, again, shamery. Know your judges. The FISA Court. The Patriot Act. It's a republic with a constitution. It's a constitutional republic. That's what it is. But it says we the people. And it's important. The forefathers, they don't want to talk Second Amendment. They won't talk due process. They left it open because they knew that this was an evolution to amend the Constitution. It's been amended 27 times. The Bill of Rights, well, it's actually only been amended 17 times because the Bill of Rights was one snap. 10. We only talk about the second. We don't talk about the second, or the third, fourth, fifth, all due process. Because these guys don't want you to talk about that. Talk about lack of due process, the greatest, the theft, game over. No constitution when they stole the election in 2000. Look, the United States Supreme Court did not rule that Bush won. They just stopped the game. Again, I say it, Gore was on the fucking 1-yard line, had fucking Kurt Warner on the field, and then they Flipper Andersoned it. Patriots, Patriot Act, fucking Spygate, Inflate fucking Gate, Cheat Gate, cameras in the Astros fucking outfield, fucking 13th inning. It's been nothing but cheating and thieving. I was at the election in 2016 in front of the White House. All you could hear, Hillary had her thing up there, and everybody was just aghast. It got so, it was the most eerie thing I've ever seen. You can play back the tape. There's videos. I got videos all over. You fucked Bernie. You fucked Bernie. It chanted all night. I took the bus through the middle of the night through Philadelphia with the maids going to New York City to work. Fires in the fucking street. It was fucking crazy. I got there right as the bells were ringing, right at her glass ceiling. It was a war zone. That Trump Towers want to be fucking freakiest thing. Bell ringing, fucking people homeless lined up for fucking 3 blocks, you know, getting their breakfast. It was the eeriest fucking thing I've ever experienced. And I fucking, you know, I'll be there this year when he loses. But Kavanaugh would cut his eye teeth. Now, Kavanaugh was placed on the United States Supreme Court because Kennedy stepped down. What? Kennedy's son is the banker for Deutsche Bank? Trump's banker? Yes. It's unarguable. It gets better than this. Think about this. Epstein. It falls back to Epstein. Epstein, you know, talk about an October surprise. That list is supposedly supposed to come out by Thursday. I'll believe it when I see it. What? The President of the United States, the Attorney General of the United States is who? Barr? Epstein's guy? What? What? The Dalton headmaster, Barr? He's the... What? No. How about Roger Stone? Pardon? What? Oh, yeah. How about... It gets better. How about what's her name that's up right now? How about... What? The head of the... Who's the Supreme Court Justice? Roberts? The guy that freaking orchestrated the theft of the 2000... Jeb can fix it. Kathleen Harris on chemo on Balco. The fact is this. Wasn't even close. Gore won the Electoral College by 52. 52. Was not a close election by any stretch of the imagination. The polls always have it right. Only one Operation Foxconn News, run right out of the House of Windsor, come in, bought up the baseball contract, the strike 94, to fucking not show baseball. Turned it into home run fucking derby. Look at it now. Fuck, it's a disgusting fucking... I mean, they ruined it. Billionaire baseball players, they turned it into the old imperialism. Donald 1, Donald 2, Jonah Bonaparte, fucking... They don't illuminate, they radiate. Because you let them. The Constitution was shredded 9/11. The recounts were due. So the United States Supreme, how they did, remember the little window in Florida, whatever, what a sham. The United States Supreme Court steps in. Florida Supreme Court's fucking got it handled. Rightfully so. Rightfully those states' rights. All of a sudden they step in and just boom, throw down. Game over. Gore's on the 1 yard line. Magically, the game's tied, okay? It's tied. Then all of a sudden the scoreboard starts flickering. You look up, and instead of being 20 to 20, it's 21 to 20. What? They just magically changed the scoreboard. Well, that's a mistake. Gore's on the fucking 1 inch line. First down and goal. All 4 timeouts. Plenty of time left on the clock. He's got fucking Kurt Warner on the field. They Flipper Anderson did. They Patriot acted. Tom Hairplug Brady. So all of a sudden, referee throws a flag. They go to the review, whatever. All of a sudden, the referees walk off the field, turn off the fucking lights. So game over. Bye. That's exactly what they fucking did. Game over. Bye. Gore lays down and rolls over because they gave him a board of directors on fucking Google and fucking Apple. Remember his energy clean? And he builds a house that sucks $10,000 a month in energy. And then his massage therapy, rape, 2 separate things. Go ask Tipper Gore. They fucking stole it. Think about the implications of stealing the election. So the rumor is, now I don't know if this is a fact, but I've been told this in fucking Germany, that Otta left 2 different letters. And they have the 1 letter. Well, let's just think about the JFK file. It'll be released in 50 years, right after the death. That's the rules. Warren Commission be released 50 years. You know, the secret retracted emails, Hillary Clinton, fucking Fukushima. Trump says, I'm going to release it. Well, 50 years. Can you do math from 1963? 2013, Barry Antoinette Obama? God, talk about the gift to the globalists, to the oligarchs. Trump, oh God, fuck, this guy is the biggest fucking phony fraud who ever... It still is now? It's supposedly in the towers? What? What a 20-year sham. Went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Went off to Iraq to get a big old sack. Fucking, think about what the debt was. We had a surplus. Think about the military was being down. They were going to close Hillfield here. Now we have the fucking 35s here. This is the greatest... History will look back and say, what the fuck, 2000 to 2020. 5 Supreme Court justices are illegitimate. 5. 3 of them orchestrated the theft of the 2000 election. Where's the problem? There's your fucking problem. Police brutality, fucking social inequality. Ask Breonna Taylor. Fucking, that's the fucking problem. He loved his cow, he loved his plow. He loved to lay by that crystal blue Italian stream and wipe his arse with that perennial fucking Federal Reserve fucking Kavanaugh, the human harvest grass. You know what they've fucking done to this country in 20 years? Turn it into a military police state fucking debtor's hell. For you young people, it was not like that in 2000. Now, Bill Walmart Clinton, I'm no fan of his. Epstein Island with Trump. I mean, but it's the economy stupid? No, it's the ecology stupid. Carvel's pink, it fucking stinks, by the way. riding with Biden, fucking Bernie would have won. Easy. Bernie's an anti-nuclear. Can't have him. Fox News comes out. 30 networks announced that Gore won Florida. So they recount. 7 fucking different groups go in the League of Women Voters. All of them. The recounts after the Supreme Court's thrown down, Gore lays down. Due out in September 12th. The results. 2001. That's just a fact. Look it up. 9/11 happens. What? Bush's father standing next to bin Laden's brother at the Carlyle group at the hearing. They were all Saudis. They knew they were fucking Saudis. So let's go to Afghanistan. Osama bin Laden did not do 9/11. Muhammad Atta did. Fucking in his group. They were Saudis. They were funded by the Saudi royal family. I was a derivative arbitrage specialist. I'd come back to Wall Street. That's what I did for a living. I'm the first guy that identified that they'd bought puts fucking way out of the money, close to the strike. They made a 10,000 to 1 shot fucking on the airlines, on American Airlines. I found it. That's what I did for a living. I was a derivative arbitrage specialist. That's why Clyde Cooley, I taught for Clyde Cooley right there. He had just passed away from mad cow. Hijacked our school business, #1 school business in the country when I was a student professor here, when I graduated here. Begged me to come back and run the program. Now they rank dead last. They're Chinese supply oligarchy. Again, 20-year fucking hell. Unbelievable fucking evolution. I stood right here 20 years ago. I remember that interview. It's been a fucking, it's like living in the Twilight Zone, what they've been able to pull off. And it's all fraud. Wait a minute, Roger L. Fox News. They knew the fucking, when he was up by 537, that all the votes were coming in, fucking, were all Gore votes. They knew he won. Women's League of Voters, all 7, fucking, they've been analyzed up, down, one side, the other, fucking Gore won Florida. Just like they announced it. The pollsters had it dead. They always have it dead on right. They've been stealing elections for 20 years. Look what they've turned this country into. Suicide epidemic, debt epidemic. It's a fucking hellhole. It's environmental toxic. What's this got to do with 3/11? Fukushima? You would have known all about it if it wasn't for the theft of the 2000 election. Because the Patriot Act's got a fucking block. Kevin Blanche, classified. You know, I called this last decade, well, it's the Fukushima decade. It's my cancer decade. I got cancer and went to the bone marrow transplant on 11/11/11. The decade before that, the fucking false wars. Went off to Iraq to get a bagel sack. Went off to Vietnam to kill the Viet Cong. How nice they invented ISIS. Boogeyman went off to Afghanistan to kill the Taliban. Well, we're still there. Poppy fields guarded for, it's just a fact. This is just a fact. And it's important because Cocaine Cowboys, which is a masterpiece, this is Cocaine Cowboys on chemo. He's redoing, this documentary is going to be out. And 537. And don't be misled that he won by 537. They just shut off the fucking game, walked off the field. Gore won Florida. It's unarguable. Everybody fucking, and then the recounts out. The New York Times buries it on the 29th fucking page on November 12th. The results. Why the fuck would they do? Because this is class warfare. Oh, they pulled it off. It's the greatest event in human history till Fukushima happened. Stand tuned, but the fucking United States Supreme Court is totally illegitimate. Ask Byers, read Byers' dissent. I'll never forget that photograph of him coming out fucking at that night. There's a great photograph of his, and he looks like he's been shell shocked. He looks like, oh, I mean, unbelievable what they've pulled off. The country is illegitimate. It's a sham. It's all a sham for 20 fucking years. And you could, it doesn't matter about your political dogma. It doesn't matter your theory. This is just a fact. Stand tuned.